For the first time, it will feel like nothing. The show has just to begin, and it's going to be meaningless. That's what people going to think about it. But here is where anything started. I live in this house. I love this house. This is everything I have and I loved. This is everything I love. You might think like this show, this movie means nothing. But let me tell you one thing, that everything that feels nice started from here. Everything just looked normal, everything just looked basic. There's no special thing here. But in here, I've always felt comfort. Look at the environment, looking at all the things around it make me feel comfortable and chilled, and also calm my mind. Lots of animals going through, lots of love gets to me, and all the things are calm. Sometimes it feels like a dream, sometimes it's not even feel so special. There's nothing to be specific to be called interesting. But this is a place. This is the place where all the peace come from. You see, if you actually just compare my life and the environment to any kind of specials in this world, there is nothing to be called special, and it feels like there's nothing to live that much. But do you know that some people think that this is a wonderful thing just by living like this? Oh, then this guy is a boring person. No, it isn't. Everything here matter. Everything you see in the video is real. Well, some of people actually not comfortable with this. Some of people actually hated the way the video went. But this is it. This is life. I'm recording a life in here. A regular person's life. Nothing that much interesting. Nothing too boring. But everything around matter a lot. You see how comfortable is peace. Some people not comfy with it. Sometimes they even get stressed because literally there is nothing interesting. But trust me, all of this are what the God gives us. This is what Allah always gives us. A normal thing possibly not be getting by some several people. We are living in our very own version. There is nothing special about it. It's special because it's not usual. If there's something unusual happen to you, that what makes you special. Do not always make the situation feels like there's nothing special. The special comes from your inside. And I mean by that not metaphorically, but in the real way. Sometimes I just think, what really is matter in this world? Well, if it's according to the Quran, we have now we know that we our purposes in this world is to obey what Allah wants, to put a faith inside of all your prayers, all the creature in this world purposes is to pray. And there is nothing than that. Nothing really matter more than that. You see here, there's a tree, a mango tree. It looks so calm. There's nothing special happens. But trust me, they are actually doing dhikr. They are doing it in the way human beings not understanding. Only the Prophet Sulaiman, that are capable to understand animals. He doesn't even understand the language of a tree, and all of the all of the trees. Look at these flowers. Look at these flowers. Isn't it so peaceful? Isn't it so eye freshed? Eye freshening. This is the beauty of the world. Imagine the beauty of the akhirah. You know, heaven, the afterlife thing. All we need to do is to pray. All we need to do is obey what Allah really wants us to do. It might be seems hard. Some people are not even capable of doing it because they are too lazy. But you can't get heaven by being lazy. You have to do something about it. So do not be confused and pray. And about the special thing that we are actually talking about all this time is that this film I made is not about specials, but it's about the reality of the world. There's nothing to be literally interesting except by being life itself. Living is something more interesting, more to be learned, more to be unraveled. So do not seek for something that are not temporary. Something that are not matter that much. All you need to do is just pray and pray. Look at this hustle and bustle. Look at the environment. There's nothing really special. There's nothing that shown in any kind of movie. This is no act. There is no act inside of this video. All of these are natural thing. You don't even have to think what kind of plot is going on inside. It is all about how it lived, how the environment seemed to look, how the regular human being things happened. Enjoy the view. Enjoy the situation. Enjoy every single moment. In here, I always feel comfort. I always feel comfort, especially when I'm around my parents. It also makes me calm. It it also makes me feel alive, Some people are not trying to be shown through the world. They might have that kind of good ability, but they don't want it to show it. That's what's so special about it. You might feel like if you want it to be a special thing, then you have to struggle. No. For me, being special is to become your very own self. You don't have to do something big. You don't have to show that you are the perfect being. All you need to do is to live normally, but in your own way. But laziness are not always the key of being yourself. You have to make yourself understand what are the meaning of life without laziness. Sometimes laziness might seem like your thing, your comfort zone, your everything, but in reality, it's just you being lazy. Leave it back. You have to know the difference between laziness and your own way. If you make them the same, then you are just wasting your potential. You have to see your very own potential. Seek your potential through some unique things, communicating. Some people cannot actually communicate, so search it wherever it is. But as long as it's halal or a good way, so that you have to learn about the Islamic religion more than what you always did. Put a faith in yourself. Do not leave it behind. No matter how bad the situation in your life, keep learning it. That's what we supposed to be, what the purposes of our life. Do not ever forget that thing. Because once you forget it, then you'll leave everything behind. So what's the point of this movie? There is no singular point in here. All I wanted to show you is that life, how the life going, how the life is. You have to struggle for your life, but you don't have to force yourself. Do as much as you can. When you know that it's your limit, then don't push it until you die. Push it into your max point, not till you die. Some people think like you have to push yourself until the end of the time of yours. I mean, why do you want it to push yourself that much? Push yourself as much as you can, not to make you die. Know your limit is also one of the way of living. Do not forget who you are. Don't be any kind of other person. They are not you. You are not them. You have to know yourself. You have to live everything that people thought you in the hard way. Some people live by their own way, their very own way. You don't have to be like them. You don't have to be them. All you need to do is just to become yourself, become your real self. Some of us are actually still a youngster or a teenager. There's nothing special about them because they're also only looking for their very own purposes in life. You might ask like, why aren't they just no why aren't our parents taught us what we want to be? Some of them are already telling you, but you are just denial. You always asked to be what you want, but you also want your parents to make your decision. When they make it for you, you think that it's wrong. I found it a lot in all of our friends. They're always acting like all the thing is my parents' fault. All the things is just something that my parents wants. I can't even do what I want. But now let me tell you one thing that is quite really obvious. You are the one that asks what you want to be. Well, some of you might think like, oh no, his mindset is wrong. Something is wrong with this guy. But yeah, this is my point of view or POV. I have my very own way to tell what I know, what I have experienced. The only one thing that I wanted to tell you is that life are not spectacular like a show. All the show that you have watched, all the slice of life thing, all the romance are fake. They are faking it. And you know who's to blame with Christian and Jews. It seems like I'm racist, but in the end, that's the fact. Even Christian acting like they are hating Jews for all what they did, for all the things that they've done. But in here, the fact is, the industrial stuffs that has been done is by Christian. The media wanted to show you something that Christian did, and Jew is controlling them. Okay, we're getting a little bit out of hand, so let's just get back. You see, like, I am pretty sure that you are expecting something more special about this movie. You wanted to see an actor acting like they know what's the next thing going to happen inside of the show. There's no expression, there's no people. Some people are not comfortable with this film. They're not going to understand the meaning inside. It seems like I'm only saying random words, but if you actually wanted to think again, this isn't only a weird word or a mixed word. You might you might like think, "Oh, what is he actually even saying? This guy only saying random stuffs. There's nothing special about this movie." Well, yeah, there's nothing special about this. Because the show is not about special thing, but about reality, the nature, and stuffs like that. So if you think that you get lost to the video, I'm pretty sure that some of you actually stopped in the 3 minutes because this show are not meant for those who are weak in focus. To be honest, if it is me myself, I'm not going to watch it until the end because it's not interesting. But that's the point of this show. All of the things that I am trying to tell is that life are not that dramatic. Just look at this tree. This is symbolizing an end when somebody out of their ideas of being creative. Life are not always colorful as you think. It might have been black, it might have been white, or even colorful, but they are not always going to be colorful. They will fade a little by a little, but they'll get colored again if you looking for purposes, and also understanding the meaning of life. You see that I have talked about how being your own self like that, and yeah, this is all that you have to understand.